Welcome to Unspoken Opinions. This is a new segment where we take your opinions and we make it public. It's a segment where we take, your opinions and we turn them into a discussion. It can be an opinion on any given topic. It really doesn't matter. We are here to be the voice for the people. So if it is that you have an opinion that you're just afraid to speak out loud, we are here for you. Just send your opinions to unspokenopinions@yahoo.com on any topic. You don't have to be afraid. Your opinions are going to be anonymous. No one is going to know that you are the one that sent in that opinion. So we are going to, discuss on any various topic, as I said before. Uh, it's something that I believe can help, everyone. There are many topics, there are many things that, we can shine a light on, and we are just here to help the people be able to discuss things that are not normally said. And what else we have in store is it's not just going to be about me. You will see many different faces. You're going to get advice on different opinions. There are going to be some people that are going to come in and give their opinion on your opinion, so that we all can learn from this segment. Well, the first opinion that I'm going to speak on is, an opinion was sent to the email, and it said, "It is my opinion fiancés should have a 6 month period of living together before making their final decision." Well, in my opinion, in my opinion, I don't think it's a bad idea. Because when you get married, there are many people that see that get into marriage, and they regret they regret later on, because they see things that they didn't see up front. Like, for example, some couples, they argue over the toilet, and if the toilet seat is up or if the toilet seat is down. They argue over the toilet paper. They argue over the toothpaste. They argue over little things that they could have had the experience with before getting into marriage. So, in my opinion, I don't really see it as a bad idea. But before marriage, there can be temptation. So, I'll advise the people who are thinking of doing this to consider that as well. There is a great temptation involved, and that's something to think about. If you don't want to um, fall into fornication, or if you don't want to go about having sex with a person before marriage, that's something to consider as well. I would say it's a good idea to get to know the person just 6 months before getting into the marriage. But I know many people are not going to agree with that. But, on this segment, I want each and every one of us to know that we are indeed entitled to our own opinions. Yes, you can say what you want to say. There isn't, a wrong answer in this term. But back to the question. Back to the question. I don't really see it as a bad idea. It's all about getting to know the person that you're going to marry, because just in that 6 months time period, you just may see things you don't really want to adapt to. You may see things that you may not agree with, and you may change your mind and say, okay, let's not go along with this marriage. Let's not pretend that we are going to be okay with this. So it is a great idea. If it is you desire to do that, it is a great idea. Uh, okay, the next opinion that was sent to Unspoken Opinions at yahoo.com was people should mind their own business. I am in total agreement of this. I don't even need to be in disagreement. I agree. People need to mind their own business. People are always involved with what you're doing, with what you're familiarizing yourself with. People really and truly need to mind their own business. What people do with their own lives is their own business. There are so many opinionated people who want to tell you how to live your life, who want to tell you how things should be done. At the ending of the day, that individual who is doing whatever has their own vision. They know what they want for themselves. So I don't really think, people should be opinionated when it comes to other people's lives. Yes, people should mind their own business. It's not your business. Mind your own business. And we could look at this from another perspective. We can look at it as from the perspective of minding your own business in terms of being being occupied. Find something to do, find a business, start a business, mind your own business in terms of mind your business, start a business, do something with your time. The time that you're taking to focus on someone else, you can be investing in yourself. You can go on and promote your own business. You can build yourself up. So you can mind your own business in terms of start your own business. So yes, I am in total agreement to this opinion. People are just too nosy. They need to spend more time, doing things for themselves. We waste time, and time is money, and not many people see that. Time is money. You can use your time wisely and invest it and make something better of yourself. While you're there focusing on someone else, that person is doing what they have to do. While you're focusing on someone else, that person is growing. That person is establishing themselves, and they are one step further than you. So if you mind your own business, you could be further in life. And I believe that's really good advice. So yes, I'm in total agreement. People are just too nosy. They want to be involved in everyone else's business except for their own. Use your time wisely. Time is valuable. Use your time wisely. There is so much that we can do. There is so much that we can give to this world if we just focus on our own selves, focus on building up our own selves, if we just focus on what we are doing instead of focusing on what others are doing. So I love this opinion. I love it because it speaks volumes. We should just mind our own business. How about that? We should just mind our own business, and we can make this world a better place. Good day, and thank you for having me on Unspoken Opinions. Now, many years ago and up to today, you would hear the statement, the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. In my opinion, that is an opinion.
Because you see, society says it and we believe it. We as poor people believe it and rich people believe it. So the rich people would really gather an attitude that I'm here and you're there. And I need for you to remain there. So I'm going to treat you in such a way that you always feel you're lower than me. That's what they do, and that's what you, the poor people, believe. Who says you have to stay poor? So you grew up with your grandmother who had 1,000 children, and you all suffered and you all starved many days. Then your mother came, generation, and she had several children also. Then you all starve and you all suffer, and now it comes down to you. But the society and the time that we are living in, you can't change. You can't change. You do not have to remain in your poor state. Listen, especially for people in Trinidad and Tobago, you have free education. Other islands has to pay. In case you didn't know, they have to pay for primary school that we get for free and secondary school. The government got so nice that you don't even have to buy secondary school books. You still have to buy books in other countries. When I was going to school, my mother had to buy books for me. Now my youngest sister, she didn't have to buy books for her. They had the children books program, whatever the name of the program was. And you're still telling me that the poor should remain poor? You have so much exposure now. You can do the same thing that the rich people are doing, but you see, your mentality is they have money to do that. If I'm not trying to bash anybody or pull down anybody, but if you really look at it, and I'm talking from the place that I live, so I'm seeing it here. The rich people are of a certain caliber, and you are not, because you have yourself like that. They shop in the same places that we shop. So they go to the grocery stores that you go to. They buy the same things that you buy. I have a question. Why do you think, because I'm a housekeeper working for a rich person, that the housekeeper is less than the rich person? I worked at the bank. I don't work there anymore, so I can say what I have to say. Many times what we don't know is that these so-called rich people, some of them are really rich, they're filthy rich and whatever, but some of them they have a big company, but they have no money. The money that they have is the money for the business. The business money and your money is two different entities altogether. So don't think that, oh, they're rich and I'm poor, I'm working for him. No, you're working for him, yet he's paying you from an overdraft. But people won't know that, and we can't tell the clients that, so you don't know. One day a guy came to me and he we had to send him back with a check, and of course he have common sense. He recognized that the boss didn't have money, and he's like, but you're a big company, driving fancy car, da 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 da. I say, you must be appreciative for what you have. This little small money I have, $3,000 I have mine myself, and da 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 da. And all I said to him is, you have $3,000, but you're debt free, aren't you? He didn't have a loan. He didn't have to pay rent because he was living in squatters' land. So he didn't pay rent and he didn't have a loan. All he has is this $3,000 that is his. That's all I said to him. I didn't have to make him wise. But it's like, I'm telling you, you work for this boss, but he's paying you off of an overdraft, which means he owes the bank. He doesn't have money. The bank loaned him money, and he's paying you, and you're there jealous. And then that's that. So let's move on. So the poor gets poorer. Why? Am I not working? I'm working, but what do I do with my money? I take my money and I want to be rich. I want to play rich. So I buy all the expensive clothes, brand names, buy all the brand name shoes, red bottoms, and all these things. And I live or rent this fancy house in a residential area because I want to make it look like I'm rich. And I drive a car that's way above my standard, but it looks good to the public. And then you complain about the poor gets poorer. Why are you poorer? Because you're hanging your hat where your hand cannot reach. That's why you're poor. So why you can't live in your little regular area like everybody else? Build up your little house like everybody else. I live in a house that's beautiful. I'm telling you. When you pass by, it's beautiful. How did we get it? You think we were rich? I'm not sharing my business too much, but people would pass by and they would be like, oh my god, you have a nice house, and they were jealous and they would say this and all of that crap, and they don't know how it got here. They don't know about sacrifices. So people would be like, oh, you're not rich. Okay. But you getting poor because you're renting in residential area and you can't afford it. Why not rent in a regular space where you can afford? Who are you trying to show off to? The people who are bad talking you at the same time? You're poor because you make yourself poor. The money you're taking to pay rent in this residential area, half of it would be rent for a regular place. While you're renting, seek advice, financial advice on how I can get a mortgage, as if you qualify at all, because you know the way how society is at the same time. Society tries to make you stay poor. So they tell you can't qualify for this, but yet still they give the rich man who really not rich, they give them the mortgages and they give them the loans, and that's how unfair it is, really and truly. But you still have to try to make it. Don't try to help yourself get poorer. You get poorer because you help yourself get poorer. When you take the extra money that you have and you should be banking it or investing in something or buying shares, you take it and you buy shoes and brand name clothes from people who wear $1 shirt, white jersey. The neck of the jersey done stretching away, but they still wear that. You see them on social media? That's what they wear. They don't wear their own brand, because if you have to pay for their own brand, it's plenty of money. But you want to show off that I'm wearing, I don't even know the names of the brand because I don't really follow brand. I didn't grow up on brand. Gucci. I don't even know if Gucci have clothes, but you buy all these Gucci things and Gucci's there smiling, welcome, come again, my favorite customer, and you know you're poor. You think you're getting poorer when you take the $2 little you have and spend it buying Gucci, when you can buy a regular outfit that looks pretty. Look at my outfit today. If I tell you the price of this jacket, you will not believe me, but it looks good. The material is good. You have to know quality. This is not Gucci or what is this people's name? Or whoever. I don't know the names. It ain't them. It ain't them. I'm not going to be the poor gets poorer. No. Society does not make my mind think that I'm poor and I'm going to get poorer. Society is created in a way for us to feel like we are poor. But you know what you're poor in? Mindset. Your mindset is poor, and that's why you will be poor. Don't let anybody confuse you or make you think that you will never amount to anything. The rich people, I was gonna say a color there, but sorry. The rich people, they have businesses. So who said the little poor man on the block, living on the corner, can't be a businessman? And I don't mean selling illegal things. Who says that the little poor man in the neighborhood can't open a little parlor, which would then eventually be a grocery, then a big supermarket? Who says that? You can't. Who says that the little girl who does the hair can't start a hair salon? And then you can probably start a school teaching others how to succeed. And you can make money and you can become rich. You just have to know how to manage your money and get an advisor. But you're stuck with the mentality that the rich is to remain rich or get richer and the poor gets poorer. Let's be honest here, it's the truth. The rich is getting richer. You know why? Because the poor is getting poorer. Because the poor take whatever little finances they have and they feed it into the rich. So if they were $100 rich, you have your little $5 and you give them the $5 and you purchase whatever unnecessary. And I am speaking about the unnecessary things that we buy. I'm not talking about groceries that you need. The unnecessary things, the things for your house, the things for the car and all of that. That's not necessary. And you give him your little $5 and then he's $105 rich. $5 richer and you're $5 poorer. Why didn't you take the $5 and purchase something that can actually make you money? Invest it. And no money is too small to save, you know. I remember I used to save little money, $25 I believe, for my sister. Every fortnight I'll get paid and I will send $25. You know why? I say, well, I won't really miss that $25. And every time my salary goes up, I carry up the money by $25 more. I won't really miss the $50. I would have purchased one meal with that anyhow. Why not put it to save? And some years after, because I'm not thinking about it, it comes out of my salary, I don't even know, I don't remember to look for it or if to see it come out. And some years after she got big and had to go to school and she was able to pay her school fee for that semester from her account. My girl had money and she had plenty remaining. So no amount is too small to save. And I will leave you with this. Don't ever jealous the rich people because they don't know how they got rich. And to be honest, some people really inherit the riches from their family. Some people do sacrifices to get rich. Wrong, evil. Some people kill to get rich. And some people, they sell illegal things to get rich. And you're jealous. You don't know what to jealous. Be grateful for where you are and be wise with what you have. Because you too can have what they have. I see a bakery, a big name bakery, and the owner, I'm sure the owner can't bake a bread. But you baking the bread for the rich man. You ever thought about baking bread for yourself? Sell it in the neighborhood. The neighbors are smelly bread. Yeah, they do. So they know that you could bake. They'll purchase. I mean, we have jealousy and the ones who will say no and whatever. But you can make it. And there are ministries that can help you. There are funds that you can get, grants that you can get to help you with the business and to start the business, to purchase whatever you need. If you don't know, you need to seek this information so that way you wouldn't remain poor or get poorer, right? So the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer is what society tells us, but you can change it. You can move from poor status to rich and start to get richer. Don't let that legacy carry on with your generation. Change it. Thank you for listening. And thank you for having me on Unspoken Opinions.
I just want to say a great thank you to the speakers, and also I want to say a great thank you to those who sent in their opinions. You know, I'm not going to leave you guys out. Those that are in the comments, I haven't forgotten about you. So write in the comments, what is your opinion on the opinions discussed? What do you have to say? Write in the comments and just tell us what your thoughts are. Yeah, yes, we are all entitled to our own opinions. I'm just gonna leave the comment section open up for you all to speak and say what is on your mind. And I just want to say thank you again. We love you, and you are entitled to your own opinion.